Okay, as I told, it's healing is all about the efforts that we put every minute, every second. What we do has to become healing. Okay, has to become a process, a part of healing. But unfortunately, what is happening today in the world is there is so much of lack of awareness that people do not know what exactly to do, how exactly even to breathe. Okay, in those days we were so much in sync with the nature so that our breath was accordingly done, where the entire breath that we take helped us in gaining the energy of the universe. But today, even a single breath that we take is not conscious, neither it is taken in the right method. That is why today yoga is becoming so popular. And when people practice yoga, they easily get to understand that every single breath that we take is so tough actually. It is very tough to take a deeper breath. Okay, if you are someone person who's into yoga, or if you are a person who's into meditation, or you're into pranayama or anything, you will easily understand that taking a single deep breath is not so easy. Okay, so this is where the energy comes from first. So first of all, if our breath itself is not in sync with the nature, obviously, because it is the vital force of energy. Okay, when a child is born, the first thing that we take in is the breath. When this breath itself is not in sync with the nature, obviously there is tend to be a problem. Okay, obviously this breath is not gonna heal us, it is only gonna give us problems. That is why you see people having hypertension as they start growing up. Okay, as you keep growing up, there is so much of thoughts that goes into, there's so many other factors that starts prohibiting or obstructing the flow of energy inside the body, and then obviously there is a problem that happens. Okay, the same way, if you see, it is not only the breath. Now when I talk about breath, what is it, what is breath is, what it is, one of the pancha mahabhutas. It's like air. Okay, so next, if you come into, it's all also about the food that we take. Okay, so what are the things that give us energy? One is air, the next one is water, and then food. Okay, so when the intake of food, the quality of food, okay, and also the processing of food is very, very important. So when these things are not in sync with the nature, obviously there will arise a problem. Okay, because we are living beings, or beings that are living in this nature, and everything in the nature is going according to the plan of the nature. But only it is the man who is trying to figure out a lot of things beyond the understanding of nature, where he wants to, rule the nature itself and go either against it, or even just like how, today you can see a lot of politics happening where they want to rule the world, just like Alexander wanted to rule the world. The same way the mentality of us humans is becoming so much that we want to rule the galaxy itself, rule the nature itself, rule the sun, the moon, the even if we have the power to do it, we would want to change the timing of the sunrise itself. So that is the kind of way we are going through. So when that is the kind of mentality is there, so we are trying to prohibit ourselves from following the nature, or trying to be in sync with the nature. Okay, so that way the energy that we get is obviously obstructed. So the next thing from food, the next thing is again water. Okay, again the water, that the quality of the water today is also not so good. We are not getting fresh water anymore, it's all packaged drinking water. Okay, and also the way that we drink water is also very important. Okay, so factors like this. Okay, and also the space that we live in. Okay, the space that we live in is very, very important. In those days we lived among the trees, we lived among the nature, we lived amongst the animals. Okay, but today where are we living? What is the kind of things that we are looking at? What is the kind of things that is the particles, are the items or the things that we have at home. Okay, everything was about energy, everything is about energy, in fact. Okay, so all these things, all these factors are things that are actually making us prone to a lot of diseases, health issues, and so many other things. Okay, so let's connect the present living lifestyle that we are going through with something that we have been going through with a long time back. Okay, that means in the ancient times. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. That is, I mean to say, from the moment that we wake up. Okay, let's say early morning, we wake up at 6, 7, 8. So whatever time it be. Okay, so generally in those days, if you see what is the time people woke up, let's take some at least 100 years back, or even let's say 50 years back or 30 years back. What do you think was the general timings that people woke up at before all the TV came, transistors came, or whatever the technology came? You can answer. Okay, let's keep it a little bit interactive so that I can give you more information as well.
Three
Sorry,
or 4 o'clock?
3 or 4. That was too early. Okay, so any other timings?
Mostly 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
So
Okay. So let's
probably
say,
five
what
to
time did your
six.
father,
4
what
to
time
5
did your
o'clock.
father or mother got up? Okay, let's keep it
Before
simple and
sunrise.
let me ask, what time do you think your father or mother got up? 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a time where our father or mother, okay, I think at least my father and all woke up at 7. Okay. My grandfather used, even today, he wakes up at almost 5:30 or 6. Okay. So those people woke up along with the sun always. Okay. At least 5:30, let's say the sun rises at 5:30. At least 5:30 they used to get up. If they were farmers, okay, if they were into farming, those people woke up at 5, 4:30. If they were milkmen or into the poultry industry, they woke up at 4 o'clock. Okay. So these people actually woke up along with the nature most of the times. All right. So even before, sometimes even before the sunrise, they would be woken. And so it is very important. There is something called organ clock theory that we study in acupressure or acupuncture. For that, you need to go a little deeper study to do that. Okay. So let me go along just with this time thing, what we are doing. Okay. So when you wake up along with the nature, then already you are in sync. Okay. The moment you get up at, like, let's say 4:30, 5 o'clock. So if you are someone who is an early waking person, you will easily observe that when you get up at 4:30 or 5, what kind of energy do you feel? Most of the times people will say, no, sir, I feel very sleepy. Okay. But when you make it a regular practice, you will see that amazing changes happen in your body. Okay, let me tell you a simple difference. Okay, when you get up at 5, 5:30, okay, you tend to be a little lazy actually. But I have observed myself that when I get up at 4:30, there is a lot of difference between getting up at 4:30 and getting up at 5 o'clock. When you get up at 4:30, there is so much of energy inside us. But when I get up at 5 o'clock, there is at least 25 to 30% drop in my energy. And I was wondering why this could happen. What is the difference that half an hour could make? If I have slept extra half an hour, that means I should feel fresh. But why am I not feeling that fresh? Okay. So in organ clock theory, according to that, if we see that 3 to 5 is the time of the lungs. Okay. So when you get up at 4:30, okay, that means your lungs are still, active. That means we call it the energy meridians. And when this particular organ or when this particular meridian is active, that time that particular organ will receive lot of energy. So when you get up at 4:30, your oxygen levels are high. Okay. And your organ, that is your lung functioning, is at the highest level, and it is performing so good, and it intakes the oxygen at the supreme level, and it gives you more energy. So when you get up at 4:30, you have lot of energy. The moment you sleep and you want to get up at, let's say, 5, okay, so 5 to 7 is the large intestine timing. Okay, that is the time where you need to excrete. Okay, so people, what they used to do, especially yogis and rishis, they used to get up at 3 o'clock. Okay, because 3 to 5 is lung time. That is the actual trying to sync along with the nature. So right now I'm not saying that, okay, in factually you need to start getting up at 3 o'clock, so that if you are really practicing yogi, you can do it. But otherwise, if you're a normal person, I would suggest how you can change your lifestyles. Okay, so if you're someone who gets up, like if you get up at 3 to 5, you will have the highest level of oxygen where your lungs can receive, and you will see that you will be so active throughout the day. Now, 5 to 7 is your excretionary time. So that time is very, very important to remove all the toxins from your body, empty your bubbles, and make sure you feel fresh from the inside. Okay, that's very, very important. So you need to throw out all the toxins, obviously, right? So what we do in a house, when we get up, the first thing that we do, okay, we start cleaning the house. Only then we go to either start cooking, or we want, if you want to do puja, so we first clean the puja room and then we do some puja, okay, or spiritual practices, whatever it is. Okay, so why you don't do any kind of spiritual practices without cleaning the puja room or cleaning the house? Any religion you take, okay, doesn't matter, any faith you take, okay, everywhere the first thing they do is wherever they pray, they clean it, they clean the prayer room, and only then they will sit for a spiritual practice or at least a prayer. Why? Can somebody tell me why? Hello, are you guys there?
When you are cleaning the house and puja room, that after you have to be feel much more fresh regarding your putting your energy on cleaning whatever puja, diya, lota, and everything. So you have to
Okay,
be just feeling fresh and doing fresh and much more energetic. Just it will take 5 to 7 minutes, but you have to be fresh mentally,
okay, do you
physically,
think
and
we
attention.
actually clean, do you think a lot of people actually clean because they want to feel fresh, or is it because the puja room should be fresh and looking with all
Both
the
of them, yes,
decoration and everything?
both of them, because your mental is fresh, your atmosphere is fresh, your surrounded is fresh, and you just think over the Bhagwan fresh hai, everything, metal and everything will clean
Exactly.
clothes and
Okay. So basically, why we clean the puja room or prayer room is because once when you want to enter the prayer room, you want to see everything to be fresh. Correct. So we want everything to feel fresh. The flowers that you decorate, the even the idols, everything wants to be. You want to decorate them, garland them properly with fresh flowers, fresh fruits, and everything. Why? Because when you want to pray, when you are praying, you want to feel the freshness of everything. You want to intake that freshness, feel them. Okay. So that you will feel more closer, more spiritually inclined and sync with the God. Okay. With the energy that we think about. Okay. Whichever God you pray, we want to try to sync with them. We want to feel them. Exactly correct. So the same way, what is the problem right now in the world, or people, most of us are facing, is we think that God is outside. We feel that, okay, the prayer room, the idols, we worship everything. We look at them so sacred, so spiritual. There is nothing wrong about it. But the same thing, why is it not applied to our body and mind? We never apply the same thing to our body and mind. We don't feel ourselves that I am more important or I am the energy for me. Correct? When you fall down, let's say when you are hungry, okay, who needs the energy? Will you give fruits to the idol in front of you, or will you eat the fruit to feel energetic? We eat, or will you give to the God and say that, okay, you eat, if you eat, I will get energy? Do we do that? No, right?
no.
Immediately after the puja, if you're hungry, we immediately take the apple and start eating, or take fruits, whatever, or whatever food that we have prepared, we start eating. Why? Because we want to feel the energy. We want to get the energy. Correct? If you're so dizzy, if you're so unconscious and you're falling unconscious, at that time, will you go get up, clean the house and try to pray? Or will you first think, okay, no, I have to have food. I'm feeling hungry. I'm feeling dizzy, unconscious. First thing you will give importance is to you, right? And these kind of importances happen only when the need becomes so what to say, so depend or so important. That means you are at a stage of unconsciously falling down level. At that time is when you give real importance to yourself. But when you are normal, when you are fine, that time it's like, let's say it is time for breakfast at 9 a.m. Okay. So you don't want to eat breakfast just because, you have not done puja. No, 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 no. Wait, another half an hour. Let me finish puja and then I'll come back and do things. But your 9 a.m. is not let's say not 9, at least 10. Okay, let's say 10 a.m. Your 10 a.m. is not your breakfast time according to the nature, but you have to have your breakfast before 9 a.m. Okay, so it's already 10 o'clock and you have not finished your puja or prayer, and you want to finish your prayer, only then you want to come back and have your breakfast. So right now, where is the importance going? The importance is going somewhere to the your external spiritual process, I would call it. Okay, I will not call it the internal, but let me call it as an external spiritual process. Okay, if you don't respect the internal spiritual process first, then obviously you will be prone to some kind of health issues. Okay, so that means 5 to 7 is your excretionary time, means you have to sink yourself to remove all the toxins from your body in many ways. One can be your excretion, emptying your bubbles by going to the toilet or the restroom. The next thing can be by doing exercise. Okay, some kind of fitness, yoga practices, or pranayama practices, whatever it can be. Okay, so when you do them, you remove the toxins as well. That is very, very important. Okay, after that, 7 to 9 becomes your stomach time. That is your breakfast time. So in olden days, people used to do agriculture. They go to the land by 5 o'clock and start, doing the field work. And then by the 7 they finish, or 8 they finish, and they will start having breakfast. By 8 o'clock, 8:30, they would have finished their breakfast and then start doing the next work. Why? Because by 11, 12 o'clock, the sun will be at the top and you will not be able to work. They have to finish their work before 11 or 12. Okay, so only then by 12 they will have their lunch. All right, so when you sync along with the nature, you will see that every job, every work that you do will start giving you energy. Okay, instead what we are doing, we are getting up at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, sometimes some people at 10 o'clock. Okay, so at the time you need to take oxygen, that is, more oxygen is required for you to breathe, to get the energy. You're still sleeping. At the time you want to have to remove all the toxins so that you can feel fresh. And between 5 to 7, when you excrete every day, you will see that your body will excrete very smoothly. Okay, the excretion process will be very, very smooth. Okay, so that is very important. So that means when you sync with the nature, the process of the body and the mind will be smooth. There won't be any kind of obstruction in the flow of the energy or any process that has to happen. Okay, and at the same time, at morning 8 to 9 or 7 to 9, your stomach will be active. So at that particular time, when you give food, the energy of food, that time the body will process it properly. Okay, and there are so many other things in how to eat, what to eat. Okay, all these things we will talk that in another session. Okay, right now, so it is very important for you to sync with the nature when you eat as well. So your breakfast time should be before 9. So these are the things that we actually study in acupressure, acupuncture, where about organ clock theory, food therapy, anatomy, physiology, exercise, and kind of activating the energy points in the body. And most importantly, I've been telling in the class also, most importantly about barefoot walking, how barefoot walking will help people to heal them completely without medicines. Okay, so if you don't know anything, if you go and do every day 2 to 3 hours of barefoot walking, you will see that automatically all your health issues and problems are getting solved naturally. You don't need any other treatment. If you just do 2 to 3 hours of barefoot walking, whether it's your mental issue, physical issue, doesn't matter. It's the ultimate acupressure that you can do for yourself. Okay, so you don't even need a course for it. Just go do barefoot walking in forest kind of areas where nature is there, where you have stones and mud and sand, all the Pancha Mahabhutas present around you. Okay, when you do that, you will see that automatically your body is healing. Okay, the next thing after Okay, we'll have to rejoin in the same link after 10 minutes when it gets ended. Okay. So after 9 o'clock, so 9 to 10 is your, I mean, 9 to 11 is your small intestine time. Okay. So that is where your digestion process happens, your regulation of the body happens, the nutrients get transferred and converted into energy, and they supply the energy for throughout the day. Okay. So once that is done, next is 11 to 1. 11 to 1 is the time of your heart. Okay, so the heart pumping and the functioning is at the highest level from 11 to 1. Actually, if you see people with hypertension or anxiety issues, between 11 to 1, their heart functioning will be more, their high BP levels will be more. So somebody, let's say, who's having breakfast at 10 o'clock. Okay, now he's having breakfast at 10 o'clock. He has having BP, high BP, and he will want to, at 10 to 11, somewhere he will have breakfast, and at 11 to 1, he should have his tablets also. So the moment he has his tablets, at that time, you will see that actually you are depriving the energy that a heart has to get by having a tablet at that particular time. And obviously, your high BP levels will be high at that time because you have already eaten your breakfast very late. Okay, that means the energy that you need to give to the body has happened very late. Now the functioning of all your organs will start changing. At the time where your small intestine has to function effectively is the time you are actually going to have breakfast. So what will happen during your small intestine time? If you're going to have breakfast, obviously there is a too much of weightage or too much of pressure on small intestine to function very fast. Are you getting my point? That means simply to say there is a team leader, okay, and there is an employee, okay. Now the employee will be efficient to do only his work. Now team leader has a certain work. Now what will the team leader do? He will say, I am going out for a party, so please finish my work and do this work, do overtime and do this work as well. So now this employee, what he will do, he wanted to go home at 5 o'clock. Now the team leader has given him an extra work, so he has to do 2 hours of 3 hours of overtime, and that stress will start building up in his mind. And after that, he will sit for 3 hours and he wants to finish it fast, fast, fast so that he can go home and spend time with his family or kids. Now, by the time he goes home, he's already stressed. And the next day, what will happen? He will not be fresh. That 3 hours he could have refreshed at home, staying with family and kids, spending time, but he did not get that. So what will happen? He will be stressed. And the next day he will come back stressed out. And his work between that 9 to 5, what he has to do will also not be efficient now. Now, if the same routine starts continuing for 10 days, what will happen? His whole entire energy will change. So his work was supposed to be from 9 to 5, but from past 10 days, he was doing an overtime of 2 to 3 hours, and he's not able to relax himself by spending time with family or kids or going out with friends. Now he will get so stressed out, and the next day when he comes back to work, he will not be efficient in for his work only. How can he do even the work of the team leader? So obviously he will be prone to stress. So the same example can be put to your body as well. So between 7 to 9 is your stomach time. At that time, if you don't give breakfast and if you give breakfast at 10 o'clock, obviously this extra energy and effort is going to the small intestine for the digestive process. And then it will go to the heart. Okay. Now these functioning, that means every organ will start functioning more harder, okay, unnecessarily with pressure, so that the process happens quick. So we all think, okay, no, I have maintained my timetable very perfectly. You know what? I get up every day at 7 o'clock. I make sure I eat breakfast before 10 o'clock, and then I go to work. 7 o'clock I get up, I do all kind of fitness. Like let's say a normal healthy person itself. He will get up at 7 o'clock, he will go till 9 o'clock, he will work out. Then 9 to 10, he will rest. 10 o'clock, he will have breakfast. After that, he will go to work, and then, okay, he comes back evening, then he will work out, and then he will have dinner at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and then he will sleep. He will say, I follow this timetable very perfectly and I feel great. Okay. But still, he is not gaining his work or whatever the cycle that he's following is still not efficient, effectively efficient. Why? Because he is still not in sync with the nature. So such people who are fit also may face some kind of issues. Okay, you will see them. Okay, when you carefully observe such people, you will see that they also have some kind of health issues as well. Okay, maybe it is not chronic, it can be at the starting level or just at a acute level. Okay, so the next comes again, let's repeat the time again from 3. I did not get you. Okay, so now as I told, 9 to 11 is your small intestine, 11 to 1 is your heart time. Next comes 1 to 3. Okay, so 1 to 3 is your sorry, large, no,
Resting time.
sorry.
You can take rest, mental,
I can take
physical,
rest.
every.
He
No,
is
no,
talking about meridian and organ Rupak, not about this, madam.
okay. No, we are not talking about the rest time. I'm talking about something called we study in acupressure. Okay, so we have an organ clock theory. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is your kidney. No, not kidney. Kidney is 5 to 7. What is your organ clock theory? I suddenly forgot.
Sir,
Yeah.
is 9 to 11 small intestine time or
Sorry,
spleen
yeah,
time?
spleen. 9 to 11 is spleen. Not small intestine. That's where I got confused. So 9 to 11 is spleen and your 7 to 9 is stomach. Okay, so as I told, you're not in sync with the nature. All right, so the next comes 11 to 1 is heart and 1 to 3 will be your small intestine. That's what I was wondering. How come I missed? So 1 to 3 is your small intestine time. Okay, so when you get there, okay, when small intestine time, again that time is your lunch time. That's what I told. So some people generally have it between 12 to 2. Okay, so generally you need to finish your lunch before 2 o'clock. So this is according to all the nature itself, syncing with the nature itself. Okay, when you have your lunch properly, once again after that it will be your urinary bladder time. So again the digestive process will continue properly. Okay, so when the organ functioning is given properly, just like as I explained with the between the employee and a team leader or the manager, okay, the same way each and every function should happen properly. After that, let's say after your lunch, then it's again your rest time where you will actually allow the body to take on with the digestive process. Once that gets over, then it comes to 3 to 5. Okay, 3 to 5 is your urinary bladder where your digestive process again takes place, and after that 5 to 7 becomes your kidney time. Okay, now during the kidney functioning time, kidney is what? It's a water element. Okay, basically. So that evening time, generally, if you see people, what do we like to do in the evenings? What is the most thing that we'd like to do in the evenings?
Drinking coffee and
Coffee and
taking
tea, sir.
Some snacks and
Drinking coffee
taking
and
coffee or tea.
tea. Guys, let's go back to a little ancient time. We need to rejoin, huh? Okay, it's gonna get cut. Please rejoin.
Sir, right now, no tissue. I should again join in.
No, it's only a 40-minute meeting, so it
Okay,
will
okay. Okay, okay.
stop
I
by
can
itself.
understand. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, what do we love to do at evening, 5 to 7?
Tea, coffee, snacks.
So you're asking in the Asian time or modern?
We are comparing both the old lifestyle and now.
So the old lifestyle will be the time for rest, Asian time. Everything,
Okay.
everything will go to the resting. And అంటే वो क्या है ना वो घर को जाता है वो टाइम पे
Yes, exactly.
वो
Okay, so
ओल्ड टाइम
5
पे
to 7 is something like a cool down time. Okay, we try to cool down. A lot of people haven't joined yet. Guys, mute, please.
Sir, you are on the mute.
Okay. So basically 5 to 7 is a cool down time. Okay. So we cool down the body, cool down the mind. Even the nature is also cooling down. The sun is setting. So what happens during sunsets? You will see the birds as well. Okay. There is a time when the birds come out in the morning, the early sunrise. You will see that the birds start getting up, waking up at 4:30, and then they will start flying around till 7 or 8, maximum 9 o'clock. After that, it is very rare that you will see any birds outside in the sky or even at the ground level if they are flying around. It was very difficult to find the birds. At the same time, and in the evening after 4, okay, you will slowly start observing that all the birds are waking up again to fly around. Okay, so between 4 to 5 to 6 and 7 up to 7 o'clock, you will see all the birds flying around, making sounds, noises, singing songs. The same thing was applied to even humans. We are supposed to cool down completely. We are supposed to hang out, chill down, sing songs, observe the nature, observe the birds, observe the river, lake, whatever it is around us. Enjoy the nature, enjoy singing songs, be more jovial, be more happy. Okay, why? Because from morning 4 o'clock, from the time 4:30 or 4 you have got up till evening 4:30, 5 o'clock, 12 hours, you have really slogged so much hard work, so much hard, so that you have to enjoy that beautiful day. Correct? Only when you enjoy that beautiful day and be more jovial and happy, your body and mind will feel that satisfaction and contentment of having a wonderful day. Do any one of you have that kind of contentment today before you go to sleep your bed? That yes, I did a wonderful job. At the end of it, I enjoyed my life by listening to some songs or hobbies that I wanted to do. Does anybody do that? Do you have even time for your hobbies today?
no sir, such a busy schedule. So
Busy schedule. Why? Because we work from 9, 10 in the morning. We go on working till 8, 9 in the night. We don't even have time to spend for ourselves, not even an hour. Okay. All the time we are running either behind work or running behind money or running behind something else or got stuck in the traffic. Okay. Half of the time we are stuck in the traffic. Okay, so we do not have time to enjoy these things. We do not give time for our body and our mind to rest, to relax, to enjoy the beauty of the nature, or at least our life itself. Okay, so obviously our body system will not reset. Every day it is important that you enjoy some music. When I say music, don't say, okay, sir, I played a lungi dance and I was dancing. No, not that. Okay, nature, I mean, music of the nature. Okay, the music of nature is so different. When you go to a hill station, when you go to a lake, what do you feel? You feel the real music of nature, correct? That is what we need to enjoy, not by sitting at home and playing some movie and playing some songs. Again, it's going to give stress. Again, it's going to give all kinds of problems into your head. Okay,
Sir,
so
just you have to say all of them. You have to go by nature walk, nature scene, nature feel, nature song, everything. Just connect with nature.
exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
so the more you connect with nature, the more your body heals. So see, the entire process that we are living today is only nature. We are also nature, we are also part of nature, just that we have some sixth sense which has come into our brain where the animals and the birds don't have. We are not using it in the right form. We are just making mistakes every day, every minute. That's it, simple as that. Okay, we are just making mistakes, mistakes, questioning everything unnecessarily without even having the basic knowledge of what it is, or without even trying to understand. Okay, so when you put efforts into trying to realize, experience all these things, you will be able to sync yourself with the nature. Otherwise it will just be a long process where you will just have to keep going through sufferings. People think that how many of you think that you're suffering every day?
Just I can
Sir,
realize.
I feel.
Yes, you feel, right? You feel that my life is a suffering. My life is like, maybe you can say that, okay, I have a nice life, sir. I have good family, good friends, good, I'm doing good. But still, how many of you feel that no, this life is not enough for me?
Sir, everything is fine, but I can make much more better now today. If I have your like your I have such type of teacher and such type of just like mentor, I can do much more better. But right now we are in just running age, life, family life, everything. So that is
Exactly. See,
okay,
that is
but
how the life is going on. That's what we are trying to figure out. Okay. So what we are trying to figure out is here is where the things are going wrong and how much can I correct myself. See, there are troubles, there are sufferings, there are commitments, financial commitments, family commitments, other kids, children, or peer commitments. A lot of things are there. Today, everybody is running behind so many things is only because there are commitments. Correct, there are responsibilities. All right, so how can you correct them? How can you bring them back in along with syncing with the nature? Okay, so you need to understand that basically the problem lies within us. Okay, basically everything lies within us. So when you start correcting your entire lifestyle of bringing back yourself into the sync with the nature, you will see an amazing change in your entire life itself. It can be at your work life, it can be your financial life, it can be your family life, it can be anything. Okay, your studies, whatever. Okay, so you will see that one place, when you correct one thing, that when you correct that will start reverberating at every place. So the energy that you gain just by getting up at 4:30, you will see that that energy gets transformed everywhere. So you will start syncing so much with the nature that you will have so much energy to do so much work. At the end of the day, you will also be satisfied and contented with your life. Correct? When was the last time that you people think that you were so satisfied with that particular day or your life and you slept so happily? Just think about it. When was the last time you slept so satisfactorily that you have done a wonderful job today? Anybody?
when I get up 4:30, that day feelings everything will be fantastic, and my day was also fantastic. When I get up 4:30.
Okay, so it is not only that. Okay, sometimes what we do is, some people, sir, no sir, I got up at 4:30. Okay, you got up at 4:30. What did you do after that? Sir, 4:30 I got up, I did some work. 7 o'clock again I felt sleepy, sir, I slept. No, it's not that. Okay, so what the things are you doing for yourself in life? That is very important. How much of awareness are you bringing yourself? So yesterday there was one student also, we had a good talk actually. So it was all about he was saying this past karmas and so many things, that why people are so indisciplined, why healing doesn't happen with a discipline or something, and why once if we can heal someone, why it recurs again, or permanently, why can't somebody brought into discipline? It is like he wanted to say that, like, let's say if you are out on the street, okay, you have a garbage bag in your hand. If you're out on the street, okay, this is most of our mentality where we want to throw the garbage wherever we can. Some of us who are having some kind of mannerisms, we try to look for a dustbin, and also we will try to look for the dustbin only up to the point where either we are walking to the office or either we are walking to the home. Okay, we will see up to our home somewhere. If we can find a dustbin, we will try to carry it along with us and then throw into the dustbin. But if you don't find a dustbin anywhere, you will not carry it more than a kilometer of walk. After that, you just want to throw it anywhere, wherever you want. You will just throw it. Okay, they will clean it up. Somebody will pick it up. It's okay. And we will throw it and go. Correct? Is there anybody who walks 10 kilometers to find a dustbin and throw the garbage? Is there anybody who does that? If you're doing that,
Sir,
wonderful
I
job.
travel with the dustbin from my, I was traveling in the bus, so I forgot to throw. Like during my way, there was a to throw the dust. I travel in the bus almost for half an hour carrying my dust, all dust. I mean, house dust.
Good. See, if you're doing that, it's a wonderful thing. What I'm trying to tell here is, okay, we never try to do that in our lives. Okay, so where was I referring to? I just forgot. I just
Yes, sir.
shifted from
You are
somewhere
just
to
talking
somewhere.
about all of them. That's why you are correct.
No, no. What was I referring to? I forgot suddenly.
No. I will remember you. कि
Yeah.
everyone just think over कि garbage is just beside throw here and there, and somebody took it. You are here. Not carry on much more time, kilometer, and
Sir, you talk
No, no.
about
Before
this
that.
topic because of that person yesterday. You talk with the personal call, I
Ah,
think.
yeah. Yesterday. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yes.
So we were talking about these past karmas and everything. So I told them, what do you think about past karma? Do you guys believe in past karma? Okay. So what is past karma? What is past karma? Whatever I did yesterday, if we carry it today with me, it is a past karma. Correct? If I
Yes.
want my future to be good, if I want my tomorrow to be good, then what should I think about? Should I think about what I did yesterday, or should I become more aware of what I should do now? Should I think of yesterday, or should I do the thing that I have to do now?
Now,
The thing you have to do now, sir.
Exactly. So that means if you bring your mind and body to the present, to the right now, what should I do? Okay, now let's say somebody has some of your issues. Okay, now you have certain issues. Now, if you have to correct that, like just now I said that you have to sync along with the nature, you have to sync yourself with the nature. Okay, now instead of syncing yourself with the nature and correcting the mistake that you are doing and starting to do it from now itself, rather than that, if you start thinking that yesterday that your doctor told you or something that you have a high BP and you're at the stage of diabetes, okay, and if you keep worrying about, okay, I'm at the stage of getting diabetes now, I will get diabetes. If you keep sitting and worrying rather than sitting now and starting to do certain practices and syncing your body and mind with the nature, starting to get up, get the energy, obviously what will happen? If you think about yesterday, definitely you will get diabetes. Your past karma will work. That means, yeah, yes, yeah, it's because of your past karma. People will tell it's because of your past karma that you are getting diabetes now. Obviously, if you're some believer like that, it will happen. But instead, if you sit and work right now, no, I have to work. I have to put my body back into sync with the nature. My mind has to become free. I should enjoy every evening along with the nature. I have to cool down myself. If you follow all these things, obviously tomorrow will be good. You will not have diabetes. Yes or no?
yes,
What
sir.
should you do? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
So basically, what is the problem? We all forget that healing is something like medicine. I will just take a tablet and sleep and I will get healed. No, healing happens with efforts. You have to put a lot of efforts in healing. How will you heal without medicines? Is by syncing yourself with nature. You have to put a lot of efforts in learning that. You have to put a lot of efforts in changing your lifestyle. You have to put efforts every single moment, every single breath, every single day. Only then you will see that there is energy that is reverberating inside you, which will become a protective layer for you even when you do a mistake. If your immune system is very strong, okay, even if you get COVID or corona, do you think you will die because of COVID?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. You are think
No.
about the corona and you have to die.
Yeah. Okay. So even if you get COVID and if your immune system is really strong, it will fight back. But the moment you fear, you say that, oh, no, 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 I got COVID, I got corona. What you should do, will you will sit and think, okay, no, now you got, let's say I got COVID. Okay, I got attacked by COVID and right now I'm facing an issue. What should I do? I should start immediately doing certain techniques and practices so that I can safeguard myself, improve my immunity, and then start fighting the flu, fighting the virus. Correct? Instead of that, if I just go lie down in my bed and start thinking about everything and start reading the news reports that, okay, this person got COVID, there are 100 people died in Karnataka, 200 people died in Bihar, 500 people died in Kashmir. If you keep reading all this, what will happen? You will be feared. How will you face the COVID? So instead, what you need to do, you need to sit, do the healing practices. So instead, you need to sit, breathe, get up at early morning so that you can sync with the nature. Okay, you're tired, you're completely tired, restless, you're not able to sleep for a while. Try to figure out what are the kind of practices or techniques that you can do to feel more energized and kill the virus rather than sitting and getting feared of it. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. 100% you are
So
correct.
isn't it the right thing to do? Okay, this is where the problem is. People do not have the knowledge when they start getting arthritis. Okay, there are so many people. Doctors would have said you're at the starting stage of arthritis. You're at the starting stage of diabetes. And you're at the starting stage of, some people would have asthma. Okay, and then they will say irritable bowel syndrome. So it will have all started with constipation. It would have become acidity. Then it would have become gastritis. Then it would have become irritable bowel syndrome. And then finally some organ functioning would have got low and organ failure would have happened. Okay, now when he had constipation, if he had done the right thing, he would have not got acidity. When he had acidity, if he had done the right thing, he would have not got irritable bowel syndrome or gastritis. When he had gastritis, if he had done the right thing, it would have not grown up to irritable bowel syndrome. Then from there, it would have not grown up to cancer. Then from there, organ failure. Yes or no? So where are you failing? Instead, what we are
Understanding
doing,
ourselves.
sorry.
We are failing to understand what is the exact thing we are facing.
Exactly. So instead, what most of the times you're just depending upon medicines, and trying that, okay, medicine will cure me, or it will just keep the pain away. Medicine is meant to only keep the pain succumbed. That means it's a substitute for the pain to, it's like a hidden thing, okay, inside a cage. The pain is put inside a cage and kept it away from your eyesight. And one final day, that pain will grow large. Okay, it's like a volcano. It will erupt one day like a volcano and death. That's it. That is what
Yes.
medicine can do. Okay, so you see, yeah, Tagar. Yeah, but tell me.
वही है सर, वो suppress करता है जो whatever medicine we are
Exactly.
intaking, it suppress the problem. It's not giving a cure. It's suppressing it
Yes.
without knowing that it's suppressing it. One time it will blast like a
Volcano.
lava, or you can yes, volcano,
Yes.
and it gives more problem and death. Correct, sir.
Exactly. So what we do is we try to suppress everything. Just like, let's say there is a problem at home or office, some simple problem. We will never give attention to it. We'll think it's okay. It's okay. I can handle it. And then we will leave it for 10 days, 15 days. Same problem will be happening. Okay. At the end of it, it would have erupted, suppressing, you will finally erupt on it. So the same way, even the disease also, at the beginning stage, we never care about it. Only when doctor says, okay, you are at the starting stage of diabetes, now he'll start getting scared. Oh, no, he said I have diabetes. Okay, then he will start running, they will do all kinds of exercise for 10 days, 15 days, he will feel better. And then finally you see they will have fallen into a different altogether disease also. Okay, there would have been so much of stress. People, there are people, certain categories of people who do over workout also because doctors. Okay, once they will start, they'll start yoga, they'll start running, they'll go to gym, and they'll do 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours of workout, and then they don't know what to do. They don't even cool down. Okay, most of the fitness freaks today, they don't know how to cool down. First thing, they just keep pumping up their adrenaline so much, they don't know to cool down. At the end of it, you see that they will be so fit, they'll feel so glowy, everything. You ask them, they'll say, oh, my life is so beautiful, so happy. At the end of it, they will feel like addicts, like drug addicts. 1 day, 2 days, if they don't work out, they don't know what exactly is happening. They'll feel so depressed. Suddenly, after 3 months, you will see this graph actually with fitness freaks. They 2 months, they would do all kinds of monkeyness, fitness, so much they will do. After 2 months, suddenly they would have dropped. For another 3 months, they would not even have stepped the gym. They have not worn their shoes.
The
These
people have
things
no
will happen.
consistency.
Yes,
The people,
that
yeah,
consistency would have completely gone. Okay,
yeah.
and another 6 months they are happily sleeping. They'll say, oh, again I got I gained 10 kgs. Now again I will have to lose. Again doctor will say, no, you're starting at the starting stage of hypertension. So then they will go back. So these are the problems, these are the things that people generally, mistakes they do. They don't know. They are a lot of people do not have the awareness of what exactly to do, how much to do, how to do, when to do, where to do, all these things. Okay, so
And
that
know
is
what
very,
to
very
do also.
important. Okay, so that is very, very important to know. The knowledge of learning these techniques, these things is very important. Okay, now coming back again, so as I told, so 5 to 7 is what? So it's your kidney time, cool down time, water time. So you try to enjoy, the nature. After that, if you go, it's 7 to 9, it's pericardium. Okay, pericardium is something like the heart's cover. Okay, it is the cover of a heart. It is more like a romantic time actually. Okay, 7 to 9 is where romance actually blossoms. So if you have a partner, it is very, very important you spend time with your partner, spend time with your family. If you have kids, there can be romance between kids, family, everything. Okay, so romance is not something like it's always lovey-dovey between couples. No, romance is between everyone. It can be a mother and a son, it can be a father and a daughter, son, siblings, it can be kids, anybody. Okay, it is kind of a chemistry, it is kind of the family bonding, it's a bonding. Okay, that has to happen. 7 to 9, there were no electricity, there were no lights, so people came back, sat at home, they used to have a fire camp, they used to sit around, they used to sit, sing together, eat together, dance together. Okay, they drink together. Today we think that drinking alcohol is like a big karma or big sin. No, people drank natural alcohol those days, every day. Even women drank, kids drank, everybody drank. Today we think, okay, if a woman drinks, then we immediately start objectifying them or putting into a separate category, all the stupid things we do. No, in nature we drank in the ancient times. Okay, people drank. Why? To glory, to enjoy, to give that spiritual awakening itself. Okay, I don't know how many of you drink have had bang, or how many of you have had natural weeds or anything. If you see those people, okay, they go into a spiritual state actually. Their focus will be at one particular thing. Okay, their focus will not shift, especially when you have weed. Even Shiva is meant to have weed. Okay, so the god himself is a person who has weed. Okay, so this is how it was. So it is not a thing. So what I'm trying to say is, So that is the time you get there. So are we all doing this today? We are not doing. Okay, we are not at all doing, but we are supposed to do every single day. We have to grace this life, enjoy this life, at the same time work hard, slog hard. At whatever times we have to. Okay, but today, night shift. Instead of sitting and having fun time, bonding time with family, we are sitting in the system and doing night shift. What will happen? Your mind will stress, because your mind is wired, if your mind is routined to enjoy certain things at that particular time. So at that particular time, it's your pericardium time. So your pericardium is meant to romance, to bond with people. That is why it's the cover of the heart. It looks for bonding. Correct? Have you seen, like, if you have been in love or if you are a couple, you will definitely would have known this. I don't know, whatever time, morning and all, we will not care. Suddenly that, evening, night time, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we will start messaging, we will start chatting, have fun, we will talk all romantic things. How many of you agree with that? Doesn't that happen?
Yes, sir, you are correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we are meant to do that. That bonding is very, very necessary. You have to. Okay, if you don't, so it can be at least your friend also. It can be at least one friend where you share your day with. Okay, you can just text, or you can call, or you can go for a walk with them. Best thing is to sit with them, walk with them. Even if you don't talk or share anything, to sit and hold your friend's hand itself is a wonderful thing, or your partner's hand, or at least your kid. Just take your kid and ask them to sit with you. That's more than enough. Hug them for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or just 20 seconds of hug is a wonderful thing to do. It will remove all your sufferings. If you can hug your mother, your kids, your partner, your friend for 20 seconds, whoever it is, all your problems will start getting removed easily. Wonderful therapy is hug therapy. Okay? Hug therapy can be the best therapy in the world. All right. So after that, if you go, it is 9 to 11. We call it the triple warmer time. So we'd have all had your dinner by then, by 7, 8. Preferably, most of the time, we prefer 8 o'clock is a good time. So before 8, dinner has to be finished. And then 9 to 11 is your triple warmer. Triple warmer means, we call it in acupressure, it's called Sangio. Okay, where it is the regulation of the body. Last class also we spoke. So it's like homeostasis, where it regulates your respiration, regulates your digestion, regulates your excretionary process. So this process takes place. But today, we finish work at 9 or 10 or 11, we come back and we start having dinner at 10, 11, 12. Some people, you go to hotels, they'll be having dinner at 1 o'clock. Correct? So at the time of romancing and bonding, you're trying to, still work or stuck in traffic. At the time where your body has to keep the homeostasis running, you're trying to have dinner. So obviously right now there is more pressure in your organs. Correct? So when there is more pressure on the organs, obviously there is a malfunction. Okay? So when this happens, then there is problem. Okay, so this particular 9 to 11 is the time your body has to give time for the processing of those entire day. It is your respiration. The respiration has should come back to normal, wherein it needs to cool down, and you should breathe more deep actually. Okay, and next your digestive process has to happen, so that the next day you will excrete properly on time. That is at your large intestine time. 5 to 7. Okay, at the same time, digestion and then excretion. Then comes 11 to 1 as your gallbladder time. Okay, another 10 minutes, we'll finish. Okay, so 11 to 1 and 1 to 3, where it is the gallbladder and liver. So gallbladder, what does it produce? Bile juice. And then 1 to 3 is your liver, where this liver has more than 500, 600 functions of the body. Okay, so 11 to 3 has to be your deep sleep time. Instead, 11 o'clock is the time we play the movie, we play the web series. Yes or no? All the OTT platforms will start playing at 11 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So we have Hotstar, Netflix, everything comes, switches on at 11 o'clock. And then, okay, yeah, fine, let's watch it. So this is what we do. So obviously there is a problem. So now 11 to 3, I think there is one chemical that I told, was it melatonin? I think I said it in the first class also. So that gets segregated. So 11 to 3 is the time it will get segregated, and it will happen only at the time of a deep sleep. If you don't sleep, deep sleep between 11 to 3, then you are prone to problems. Okay, so that should happen. So 11 to 3, you need to sleep, and then you will be fresh enough to take the oxygen when you get up at 4 or 4:30. So for a man or a woman, 5 hours of sleep is good enough. Just 5 good hours. That is between 11 to 4 or 4:30. It can be, see, to start with, you can go with 6 hours. That is 11 to 5. Okay. And then you can reduce that to 11 to 4:30 is good enough. More or less than that, then you have to do a lot of sadhana. A lot of practice has to happen. Okay, so when you do a lot of practice, only then you can reduce your time limit to 3.5, 4 hours, just like Sadhguru says. Otherwise, it can stick to 11 to 5, okay, or 4:30. When you do that, you will see that your complete system starts changing. So when you do these things properly, whatever disease you have, it can just vanish. It can just vanish. So what are the things that I told? First thing, oxygen. So when you get up at 4:30, you need oxygen, good fresh oxygen. Then you need to remove the toxins, 5 to 7. Once you remove the toxins, you need good food. When you get good food and process them properly, then you need to give a good time for the digestion. Okay, after that, then comes your lunch time. So when you have proper lunch, before that, there is a lot of work, physical work that you do, or mental work with regards to whatever work that you do. So you need to do good, satisfactory work. A lot of people today, I don't know how many of us really work for just for the sake of money. Don't do any jobs because you want salary. Do a job that is passionate to you. You're close to it. You want to do it passionately. Okay, choose whatever career that you can do passionately. It will give you satisfaction. Your food will get digested very well when you do your job passionately. Okay, so after that, when you have lunch, then you know again the digestion happens. Then the evening time where you enjoy nature, that is very important. You can't go out, go to your terrace, just observe the sky, look at the sky. Your problems will become very small. This is a wonderful therapy. Okay, just go to your terrace whenever you think you are stressed out. Just look at the sky, open sky. You will see that you're such a small human being and your problem is very small, and you have lots of opportunities in the world to make it correct, make whatever mistakes maybe you have done, you can correct it, and you have so much to gain from this universe. It is very big. Just because today we don't look at how many of you look at the sky every day? Every single day
Me,
without
sir.
a miss. Do you look at the
Without
sky?
me.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Don't say that,
Yes.
okay, sir, when I ride my bike, I just look at the sky. No, where you sit and look at the sky for 5 to 10 minutes and enjoy the sky. That is what I mean.
I always
Do
used
you
to,
do
sir.
that?
I love to watch
Good.
sky, sir. Yes.
Yes.
In the night,
Okay.
especially.
Sir,
So
I will
when
try.
you do that, okay,
We
so
visualize the
just go
sky.
5 o'clock.
We don't normally go. We visualize the sky sometimes whenever we are stressed out.
Yeah. Okay. That is a wonderful therapy. Just looking at the sky makes half of your problem is solved. Why? Because you will start thinking that the world is big and my problem is very small. It's a mental therapy. Okay. And there are so many beautiful things in the world to be enjoyed about, beautiful things to be observed about, learned about. Okay. So it is very important for a patient to observe the sky, if you know anybody. Okay, so whenever you treat, you can guide them, you can tell them, just go look into the sky. Okay, wonderful therapy. After that, bonding.
Sir, what is
Okay,
the
wait,
exact time?
wait. After that, bonding, as I said, looking at the nature is just 5 to 7. That is when, you know, all the birds fly around, the lake looks good, the sunset looks good. It's a wonderful time to observe all this. Okay, and after that, 7 to 9, as I told, it's a romance. Okay, let me keep it at romance only. It's a nice, interesting topic. When I say just bonding, it becomes different. Okay, so that you will remember, sir told 7 to 9 is romance time. Okay, so you're married, if you have a partner, go romance. Okay, that's very important. Okay, doesn't matter whatever your team leader says. Okay, tell him, so, sir, this is my, I have to go in romance with my wife, I have to go in romance with my husband. Tell it openly. So who cares? It's like, let them laugh. It doesn't matter. Okay, and you can tell romance with my mother also. I want to romance with my kid, my father. What's wrong? Okay, so it is the time for your pericardium to feel loved. Okay, for your pericardium to feel that assurance that it feels loved, it is taken care of. Okay, that assurance are you giving? That's very important. That is exactly where fear starts. If you don't every single day assure your pericardium that you are being loved, you are you're not alone, and all these things, fear will start, emotions will start. Okay, that's very important. Sometimes even jealousy, that sometimes even possessiveness, all these things will start if you don't spend time with your partner. Correct? Even the kids today, they feel so possessive about their parents because they say that you don't spend time with me at all. Yes or no? Correct? Because of the work style, they're not spending time with the kids also. Obviously, the kids will start fearing that their parents are not taking care of them. They don't have their parents with them. They are not being assured. You are giving them a wrong signal that they are alone. That is why so many youngsters today don't share anything with their parents. And they're caught. They're caught with wrong things. And what they do, they go to OTT platforms. They go to some websites, okay? Websites that they should not see. And they find solace in that. They find comfort in that. And after that, they don't want to share anything. Whatever, even after that, if you spend time with them also, they will not share, they will not open up. Okay, so you need to have that bonding time. That is very important. And why between 7 to 9? Because at that time, everybody's pericardium is sync with the nature. So at that time, if you question them about certain things, they will be open up. They will open up to share. But if you ask at a different time, let's say 5 o'clock or morning 11 o'clock, and 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, early mornings, you know, some fathers and mothers, they'll get up early morning, 11 o'clock, they'll start questioning their children. It's like, why are you doing this? What happened? What were you doing yesterday? They will not share, but instead sit at 7 to 9 and slowly ask them. They will open up, they will share. Give them the assurance that you are there for them. Obviously, things will change. Okay, so that is what healing is all about. Even if it is a patient, okay, if you have a patient at home, if you have someone at home, sit with them between 7 to 9. Okay, then you will see that things are changing. Okay, so then after that, again, as I told, deep sleep time. So you have to sleep deep. Okay, less than 1 minute, we are ending here. Okay, so thank you so much. So keep sharing. I will send this video as well, and the link of the video. Keep sharing to all the people, whoever you would like for them to listen to all this. Okay, acupressure is a wonderful thing. We have a course. Anybody new to here, you can ask me for the details. And okay, call me at 966-345-9427. Okay, so thank you so much. For any details of acupressure consultation, everything we can go through. And you guys, we will have class tomorrow at 11:30. Okay, and we will start needling. Needling is not the only thing in acupressure. There are so many other things. Okay.